Welcome back to Sunday Express. Mercy Gichangi is the country manager for the Graca Machel Trust. And of course, there is our women entrepreneurs bit of that trust. You will be telling us about it. But first of all, Mercy, karibu sana.
Asante.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
You're well?
Yes.
Tell us about, you've also listened to that interview. And what is being averred there is the consequences of a bad economy on the environment. And this is what you're trying to undo yourself as the Graca Machel Trust. But first of all, tell us, what are the main challenges that are faced by women entrepreneurs, and particularly in the rural areas?
Thank you so much. Women entrepreneurs in the rural areas face many issues. Many of them being the fact that they are not able to participate in economic activities because of the social norms that exist, and especially because some of them come from areas where the culture is not permitting of women in leadership positions or even to be at the front line. We also look at women having many household activities. They are taking care of children, they are taking care of livestock, they are taking care of the farms. So at the end of the day, the woman has very little time to be able to generate income. So as a result, the women end up being the most impoverished and the most disadvantaged in the communities. So through the Graca Machel Trust, it's looking at how then do we empower these women to be able to create wealth and generate income to sustain their livelihoods and that of their families.
And as we talk about some of the avenues you're creating for them, and I'm sure you have a lot of programs, you'll be telling us about them in the country, that aspect of environmental degradation being a direct consequence of disempowerment, particularly with the rural folk, is this something you have encountered?
Yes. When you look at the rural women, one of the issues is that they will be cooking with firewood, and this is part of the greatest economic activities they have. This is a disadvantage to them because firewood emits a lot of gas, so it's not favorable for them or the children, but also the fact that they are actually doing away with the same environment that they need to conserve for their survival and that of their children. So the degradation of the environment then happens because they have no other means to earn a living. So with capacity building and showing them the different opportunities of business and the different investment opportunities that exist, then they are able to get away from degrading the environment to preserving it, that's planting the trees, not using that for their daily consumption in terms of firewood, but using what is more climate favorable. Like we have women who are now doing briquetting. We have technologies where we are helping them to learn those technologies and be able to embrace that type of business, but also getting into other modes of trade. They have many things in the farm they can do at a larger scale. So they are then encouraged to be able to invest in those and run away from what they would be, they would take from the farms that degrades the environment. So we work very much on climate change and initiatives on planting trees, getting the women to use renewable energy, that solar, the briquetting, cook stoves, which is a really big milestone, especially for rural women. So even working with them to get into collectives so that they are able to get into saving groups, get some money, get a proper cooking stove, then they can be able to use a briquette and not use firewood. Then we have a trickle effect of better health for the children. That's from eyesight to they are able to read at night because they are not depending on firewood, using solar lighting systems. That then helps with the rural livelihoods becoming better and the women and children having better places to live in their homes.
Tell us about the Women Creating Wealth program under the Graca Machel Trust and what you're doing. Of course, you explained to us a bit regarding the concept of environmental conservation, but that's just not all.
Yes, thank you very much. The Graca Machel Trust focuses on catalyzing women economic and social progress striving to elevate the status of the woman and looking at the challenges that these women face through collective action and advocacy from a socio-political and economic point of view. And from the economic point of view, then it is accelerating women economic advancement. And then from the political point of view is amplifying the voice of women through advocating for different policies that are favorable for women in the political sphere in different countries, including Kenya, and also putting the women and girls at the front seats of policy-making tables, so that the voice of women and the girls is heard when decisions are being made. So when we look at our programs at the Graca Machel Trust, then we are saying we are looking mainly at empowering the women from a political point of view, a social point of view, and an economic point of view. Let me discuss the economic point of view first. We have the Women Creating Wealth program, which is the entrepreneurship flagship project. This particular project currently has Women Creating Wealth intergenerational program that covers both the younger women, that's 18 to 35, and 36 and above. That's why it's intergenerational. This particular program then looks at recruiting women of all ages in all sectors of the economy across the 47 counties in Kenya into the program to build their capacity through training, and they train through a self-paced online Ignite course. This is a 10-month program, and they spend about 3 to 5 months on that Ignite course. The skills they learn are basic business skills. They also learn bookkeeping, financial management, and they also learn skills on personal growth and development, as well as financial management. Besides that, we offer them 5 months comprehensive technical assistance. What do I mean by that? We offer them coaching and mentorship, which we have realized women in entrepreneurship require. Even women in politics also require coaching and mentorship, because that is the hand-holding of the person that then helps them embrace what they learned in the skills training and make it practical. So we give them technical coaching through business readiness coaching with a coach on that. Then they get another coach on financial access, and they get another coach on market access. So by the time we are done with this entrepreneur in 10 months, they have gone through 3 different coaches with very, very comprehensive training and hand-holding. The end product is a clear business plan and a pitch deck, which then they can use to any investor in this world and any other person that is willing to support their business.
Help me understand this. After 10 months, this rural woman will graduate.
Yes.
From this training.
Yes.
Is there a form of support, for example, let's say a kickstart kitty for a small business they would want to start? Or is it just training and empowerment in terms of skills? Yes.
So twofold into that question. One, as the Graca Machel Trust, we have Afrishella, our gender lens investing arm, which then works at ensuring that once we prepare the women for financial readiness through the coaching and mentorship, then they are able to access finance from investors who are either local or international, and with funds which are mainly not within the trust. However, Afrishella does have a very small kitty, which then is given to the entrepreneurs as a grant.
As a credit or as a grant?
As a grant.
Okay.
However, it's little and not all of them are able to benefit.
Okay.
So the larger group of them, like in Kenya currently, we have 700 entrepreneurs onto the program. So not all the 700 can be able to get onto this kitty. But once we prepare them for investor readiness, they are in a position to access financing everywhere, from financial institutions, from private investors, from people who want to give them grants and equity, which must not be within the trust.
Right.
So we ensure that we prepare this person to be able to face the world and compete on their own, even when they are not being handheld. And besides that, after they graduate, they then are able to get into a community of practice where we bring together all entrepreneurs of the different countries this program is running. So this current program is running in 6 countries. That's Kenya, Kenya, Tanzania, Zambia, Malawi, South Africa, and Senegal. So this particular program then is able to integrate all these entrepreneurs in the 6 countries into one community of practice where they can network among each other, get markets among each other, and also access financial opportunities in the different countries.
All right. A quick one, because I have about 3 minutes before I wind up. Success stories.
Yes.
How many success stories have you recorded? You've told us you're in 6 countries, Kenya including, and particularly back home, here in Kenya. How many success stories do you have?
I think we'd say we have about 12 success stories. Yes.
Distributed across the country?
Distributed across Kenya. We have an aquaculture business in Kisumu. We have blue economy at the coast. We have women doing briquetting at the coast as well. We have women in Nairobi who are doing agriculture, urban agriculture. We have trade. We have manufacturing and value addition here. We have Central and Narok, as well as Kajiado, as well as Machakos with agribusiness. I would say the largest number of our success stories mainly falls within agriculture and agribusiness and manufacturing and value addition.
And that means that's where the rural entrepreneurs want to focus their energies on?
That is where the energy is, because in the rural areas, we are mainly focusing on agriculture and agribusiness.
Okay.
Yeah.
As we wind up, how does one join that program?
Thank you very much. So right now we have our call for application, and would want to recruit all the women who have at least 2 years experience in business and have at least a turnover of about $5,000 to $500,000 per year. To break it down in Kenya shillings, at least somebody is making 40,000 Kenya shillings in their sales every month. And for you to also qualify for the program, you at least need some education up to secondary school level, because the program, the beginning bit, which is the skills training, is done through an online platform. So at least someone needs to have basic understanding of using the internet, English, and a bit of education. But from secondary school and above, one can be able to join the program. So they just need to go to our website, the Graca Machel Trust website, and they will find the application call there, and they should apply and submit as soon as possible, because we are about to close, and we are closing by mid-December.
Mid-December you'll be closing.
Yes.
So any entrepreneur out there, the rural entrepreneur interested in that program, you can enroll. It's Graca Machel
Trust
website.
.org.
And there you will get the call for recruitment. You've had the requirements you need. Thank you very much, Mercy, for joining us tonight. And all the best. And of course, as you continue to make your contribution towards empowering women, particularly in the rural areas.
Yes. Thank you for the opportunity to be here.
Asante sana.